Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do a reading for you. Thought I'd just come throw down a collective read for you. Well, what's a collective read, Elsie? I just clicked here and I've never been here before. What does that mean? That means I'm going to call out the signs as I see them and let you know the energies thereof, and you can decide with your intuitive hat on. You can decide if this is your reading or not. This is not a stamped read, because this is just one read. This is not for individual energies. This is for the collective energy, all of us. As many energies as I can pull in for you here. Collective. Oh, okay. Charlie says we need an oracle. What are we doing? Okay. Let's do it. I need one oracle, please, for the collective. Overall energy for this read, please. All right. You see clearly now. There we go. The one underneath that is use your mind wisely. Interesting. You see clearly now because you're using your mind wisely. So you're not feeding into the BS is what I want to say. You have a clarity. You know what's going on. You're quietly, silently watching from a distance. I think this is what you're supposed to do. The owl spirit. Owls are very quiet. You don't usually know that they're here. I saw something on TikTok the other day that blew my mind. They put a bunch of birds in the air and they audioed them. And all of them, they made, wing flapping sounds or vocal sounds. But the owl, when they let it off, there was not one sound, not a vocal sound, not a flapping sound. They were completely silent. So I feel like either you have a watcher, either someone's watching you or you're watching somebody else. All right, let's do this. Let's do a little bit of this and then we'll do a little bit of that. Let's find out what we got for you here, collective. As much energies, different energies as we can bring in, please, for the collective. You see clearly now. Career. Okay, so for some of you, it is what you finally made the realization. It's the realization of what you want to do with your life. Maybe you found your life's purpose. Whatever it is you want to do for the long haul, for the career, not the job, because the jobs are short and quick, right? The career. You might be a seer. You might be clairvoyant. You might be someone who sees things that other people don't see. Whether that is paranormal or not, right? Whether it is. All right. I think I got to go one more. I think that's what we got to do, yeah? Well, as many as fall out, Charlie said. As many as fall out. Okay, so. Oh, come on. We can't do all of those. I'll take the top one. How's that? One more. Okay. All right. So we have career. We have the sun, happiness and well-being in your career. So you really are finding your niche in life, or the thing that you want to do, or you've had a realization. With the sun, you have clarity about what you want to do in terms of your career, position of authority. You are someone who is the authority in what you do, but you may not know it just yet. You may not know it just yet that you are in a position of authority. You're the person with the most clarity. You're the person. I want you to encourage you, if you are a seer or someone who does tarot, or whatever it is that you're however you're manipulating the energies or calling them in. I want you to make sure that whatever you hear, you push out your mouth. And I mean, that's within reason, of course, but you know what I mean? That's the difference between, reading tarot in your bedroom for yourself and doing it for other people. Is you learn how to push out you learn that whatever comes into you as a download, sometimes is for someone else and you got to say it. Sorry for taking the long way around to that, but my lips are just not working. Come on, retrograde. Okay, so period of prosperity and abundance. Look at this. And then we have a purse. Pay attention to your finances. It really feels like somebody here is seeing clearly now, literally. You're a seer and you have clarity. It is 4 and 3. It's a God-given gift. It's, for me, 7 is about heaven. It's about whatever is that we can't see, the faith that we have, the things that we can't see. But I feel like it is a given gift to you. You will be using it as a career. It's going to make you incredibly happy in that you are an authority. You either have one thing that no one else has, or people respect you. Position of authority. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way, in a sun kind of way, happy way. I feel like it's going to bring you prosperity and abundance. So I think that if this is you, and this could be a career that has nothing to do with spiritual things, this could be just a career. It says it's going to be very happy and you're going to be chosen as the authority. So you're a subject matter expert in something right now, currently. It's going to bring abundance to you, and it's going to be just in the nick of time, I feel, because it feels like it says pay attention to your finances. So I feel as though either you're going to get a promotion or open a business, or become, paid better for what you do because you're the authority. What do we got here? Waiting for news, package, or a letter. I'm telling you, it's probably probably some sort of a promotion, I think. And then we have the Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Money's coming. Money's going to be dropped on you. It might be through your work, career. But it's a period of prosperity. I love that the bread and the sun are touching each other because warmth makes the bread rise. It's very clever. Thank you, Charlie. Very clever. Okay. Let's take a look here. What else can you tell us about the collective, please? Collective energies, please. There are no dates and times on this reading. I imagine it will find you, or you will find the reading when it's necessary for you to hear it or see it. All right, there's your adventure. It's your decision to go. Yeah, for some of you, you are starting a business, a family business possibly. 8 of Cups, you're walking away from something. So you're walking away from what you're doing currently, I believe. But you know that, I don't even think you hate the job, to be honest. I feel like the job has a place in your heart. You may have been there a long time. I feel like you're not leaving for any bad reason. It's like, I hate this job, I'm leaving. That's not it. It's just that you know that you're worth more. You've realized that you have more worth than that. So the 8 of Cups here is not only walking away, but it's walking away from what is good, but knowing that there's more on the horizon, right? Knowing that the happiness and health is on the horizon, right? The sun. Yeah, the happiness and well-being is there. That's the 2 of Cups. I feel like that's what you're after. So I don't think that you're running from something as much as you are walking towards something. Yeah, I don't feel like you're leaving for any terrible reason. Yeah, it was time. You've collected a lot of burdens doing what you're doing. It was time to go. Time to go. That's literally what that is. Time to go, right? Time to go and open a new chapter, learning something, a new contract of some kind. Maybe it's a legal contract. Yeah. Ooh, you know what? I think you're going to meet somebody at that workplace or whatever it is that you're doing. I feel like you're going to meet somebody. All right. Let's take a look here. Boy, you've leveled up. It's the healing that's leveled you up. Yeah. There's a time sometimes when in our learning that we go from one side of the pendulum, we swing to the other, right? And sometimes maybe we were quiet, didn't say anything, let everybody take advantage of us and just shut up about it, to the place where we are, you know what? No, if you, you're out, you're out. You know what I mean? It goes to the opposite end. I feel like the Emperor is in that swing right now. So whether you're feminine or masculine, the Emperor has both energies. This person is in charge. This is the one that has it all on them. They control the empire, not just the kingdoms, right? All the kingdoms in the empire. Like this person has it all on them. So what I think is happening here is I feel like the Emperor is whether it's you or someone that you know, this emperor here, I feel is having a pendulum swing. Yeah, is like I used to allow some things. Like, I think that sometimes we allow people to say things and get away with it for not wanting to rock the boat, right? And I feel like this is the energy that the emperor is in right now. That he's done being worried about hurting people's feelings, because the emperor needs to speak out. Although with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, though, it also feels like this could be two separate people, and that it could be that the emperor wants to speak to a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but is really worried that this person's going to have harsh words for them. Now, I think that this is a new emperor. I think this is a person who has just leveled up not too long ago, even if they've noticed that they've leveled up. I mean, this person may have always... See, the emperor is also the King of Wands, right? Who is the person who has had a baptism by fire in this life. They've gone through a lot of really hard stuff. So the emperor sometimes doesn't really realize they're the emperor until one day they are. They've just been going along trying to put out the fires as they go. So I feel like this is how this emperor was built, but I feel like it's recent that the healing, that this person is healed enough that they can be the emperor in the upright. And that's why this is such a... It feels like an opposite energy of this person's trying to be in harmony. I need to do what's right. I need to do what's better for everybody. You know, I need to be strategic and careful and, you know, balanced. And this energy is a little bit out of whack here. So for some of you, it's going to be the emperor is going to come out with so many hard words that it's going to be hard to take. That's what you don't see coming. But for others of you, I feel like it might be two different people. This is being the emperor, and maybe this being you, or flip it as you need to. But I feel like you two, I feel like the emperor, since the emperor is healed, I feel like the emperor is looking at you in a different way. So if this is you, if this is how we're looking at it here, I feel like the Queen of Swords is in the reverse, because I'm not letting you get away with it anymore. You can't come in here and manipulate me. You can't manipulate my emotions. You can't tell me what to do, where to go, or what decisions to make. It feels like somebody here somebody has got their voice finally, but the pendulum is unfortunately swinging all the way to the right. Yeah, somebody's sort of overdoing it just a little bit. Maybe being hurtful, unkind, maybe gossiping a little bit. Maybe not necessarily using their logic when they're talking, not waiting for answers, just kind of blah, 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 blurting it out, right? Oversharing. That's what it feels like. The emperor could be that person. I'm just saying, it could be the emperor, it could be you. Pick one. But we have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Moon. So what I feel is that the Queen can't see what's coming, that there's dark energy here, can't see it, gonna put my back to it. I can't really be bothered to search through the Moon energy. I don't want to be bothered with my feelings or what's in my soul. I want to remain in the Swords energy. That's where I feel safest, and that's where I feel I can keep my guard up. This is a little more white underbelly, right? This is a little more soft underbelly. This is more vulnerable. Yeah, to show that energy. So I think the Queen has her back to the energy. The Queen is looking at, I feel, either making a decision or going forward to the crossroads. The Queen might be at a crossroads in her life. I feel, honestly, that it is the Queen who is experiencing this really fortunate time now. Just listening. The Queen is almost an empress, I feel. The Queen is like, it's like this is the last of the Queen's energy that you have to master. And for those of you who have been through divorce, you know how sometimes you felt stifled, and then all of a sudden you moved away, you did your own thing, whether you're feminine or masculine, and then you have the glow up period, right? You have the period where you're like, nope, no one else is going to ever take advantage of me like that. And I think this is what happens at first for all of us. Maybe we're just a little bit harsh with the world until we can kind of get the pendulum to swing back to the middle a little bit. So we could have an emperor that has harsh words, or we could have somebody who has harsh words for the emperor. Either way, I feel like the emperor, I feel like this person's been healing, doing their thing, thinking about, looking off into the distance here, thinking about family, thinking about foundation, thinking about maybe a soulmate or a connection that they couldn't forget about. Maybe that's you, collective. But Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces, and Cancer. Oh, the Queen is turning her back to the emotion of it. She is, because she knows that she probably has to deal with an emperor. for those of you who are looking at these two separate people. Sorry, I'm getting both. I'm getting all the downloads, y'all. That's what happens when we do collective readings. It's all of it. It's everything. And I have to kind of narrow it down to what's most important. All right. Let's take a look at where are we going from here. Okay. All right. So I feel this is masculine energy, somebody who's holding a cup, somebody who wants to begin again, somebody possibly from your past. This masculine's looking into the past. You two may have a history. I feel like the masculine wants to heal that history. I feel like it's been tough. Yep, the Emperor's taking the other door. So it feels like this might be the case of the Emperor wanting to take the other door, wanting to be very grounded and balanced in the way he approaches you, but I feel like the Queen is not having it. The intention of the Emperor is to begin again because something has ended. What the Emperor wants to do is wants to put an end to all of this emotional stuff that's been going on. We need to speak clearly and concisely with each other. We need to really keep it organized. Let's not get overly emotional about what's going on here. I feel like you don't see what the intention of the Emperor is. I feel like you're sitting here in the Queen of Swords, energy in the reverse. I feel like you can see clearly now, or you feel like you can, that you really need to move on from this person. I feel like you're in the energy of, you know what, I'm done. I'm kind of done here. I'm over it. I'm not waiting any longer for those of you who've been waiting. But I feel like for others of you, the reason that you're in the Queen of Swords is because you want to keep your boundaries up because you know something's coming. You have the intuitive notion or the knowing that something is coming near in the future. So you're trying to keep your boundaries up because you know that this person kind of makes you weak in the knees. And that this person is now 13, had something come to an end. If something else is going to begin, that's the child, right? And it's going to do it quickly. We've got the Jack of Spades in the right-hand corner, which is the Knight of Swords. Things are going to happen quickly. This person's going to try and access your vulnerable, emotional energy. Yes. Well, trying to do it in a very balanced sort of way. The masculine wants to heal it. Masculine has hope that there's going to be healing here, but we have to get our words out. We have to use our words. The star is Aquarius. We have to be smart about it. We have to be, thinking about things logically. Let's really take a logical look at the healing that can be done here. Is it worth healing? The Six of Wands. Somebody's been watching you. I think that this person's been watching you and admiring you from afar for a while. They see everyone else admiring you and they want to get in on the action. Yeah. But they have to get over their fear of your boundaries. They have to get over your fear of speaking it out and saying what you want. Just be careful with the Queen of Swords in the reverse is all. Because that can really end the situation. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you're the Queen of Swords in reverse. Maybe you're just ready to kick the Emperor in the butt. Maybe you're ready to say it's done. What's the challenge here between you and the Emperor? For those of you who are those two separate people, the challenge is a broken heart. Somebody disappointed you or broke your heart. And so the Emperor, I think, is coming in likely with some sort of an apology. This is, they're taking advantage of Mercury retrograde is what they're doing. And they're coming back around to you. They want to let you know that they want to adore you like everybody else and that they're sorry they broke your heart. You're in sadness, though. I think you're in sadness, but I also feel as though you know that there's still love here. Because she is looking at the three, right? She's looking at the past and, all the fun we had in the past. The Three of Cups is poured out, but there's just two cups. There's two cups above her head on the table. She's just not looking at them. So the thing is that I think in the back of your mind, you know that there's still love here, even though it's regret and sadness and hurt. I feel like you're hurt that somebody took the other path. But I feel like they had to. Yeah. So they could get back to you. Yeah. All right. I'm going to leave it for here. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you who are, who this resonated for, I would love to hear more about it, whether it be your career or love. Thanks, guys. I'm out for now. Love y'all. Bye-bye.